Hello and welcome to my Torchlight Let's Play episode 2. If you just watched, if you come from my first video, I've just gone through a couple of little side quests, turned them in, and I've just leveled up, so we're going to have a look through the character screen and the skill screen to assign some skill points. You see here on the sides here, when I've leveled up, these two little plus icons have appeared, which means it shows me that I've got stat points to assign. Stat points to assign and skill points to assign. So if I click on that, it's going to bring open both the stat points and the skill points screen, so I can assign the ones that I've earned. Looking over here on the left at the stat points, you can see I've got 5 stat points remaining to assign, and I can assign them through to strength, dexterity, magic, or defense. Now, this guy that I'm using, he is a melee class. Dexterity increases range damage by a direct percentage. I am really not going to be focusing on using the ranged weapons at all. I will have them assigned to my second weapon slot just in case I need to use it at any stage. For things like maybe shooting TNT barrels so I don't have to get up close and hit them, or if I need to hit something from afar across a bridge that's broken or something like that, I'll use it, but in a pinch, if I need to. Most of the time I'm going to be using my weapons, my melee weapons, so we're going to be assigning most of it to strength. Magic, I may assign some skill points into magic because it increases your weapon elemental damage by a direct percentage. So that means if I've got a weapon that's enchanted with poison damage or electric or fire damage or something like that, having a higher magic stats will increase the damage that particular elemental damage does. Now, I believe that assigning more into strength is going to have more benefit to this character, just because the amount of elemental damage that your weapons do is not as high as just the straight up damage that it does. So I may assign some stats into magic if I need to raise this to use a certain item. So hopefully in this series we'll find, and I'm pretty sure we'll find some special items that need a certain requirement for me to use. So I might need a magic of level 10, for example, to equip a certain weapon or armor piece, and if that ever happens, if it's a really nice, it might be a set piece that I need, then I will spend some points into those. But for now, I'm going to put most of the points into strength, a couple into defense, because that increases how much damage the armor absorbs by increasing that, and we'll leave it at that for the moment. So let's have a look through at the skills. Now, when you start out in Torchlight, you will have one skill already assigned, which is that slash attack, and now this is under the Berserker class skills. I've got here dual wielding, which is a pretty good one to have. Most of the time I think I'm going to be using a dual wield rather than a two-handed weapon. I'll be using 2 one-handed weapons, and having that skill there is going to increase the damage that my weapons do by 6% for the first level. So every time I increase that, it's going to increase how much damage it does while I'm dual wielding. So I'll probably invest in that one. Let's just have a quick look through the other ones that I can use for now. We've got Soul Rend, which is a powerful phantasmal blade which cleaves your foes. So I think that's similar to the slash attack, which attacks all the foes in front of me. It's a attack with some extra damage, so it inflicts 120% of your weapon DPS. Also does electrical damage and a chance to stun your enemies. So that'll be a pretty cool one to use. This one here, Shadow Armor, summons a phantasm which attacks nearby foes. That's a pretty cool one as well. So it's a little extra thing that you can summon that will do some extra attacks for you. Now I think I'll choose the Shadow Armor to start with, because I don't have a dual wield set up at the moment, so using the dual wielding skill is not going to help me right now. And by doing that, I can also show you guys how to assign things to your hotbar. So we'll close this up because that's already done. This is very easy to do. Your hotbar, you can see 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8 have not been assigned to anything. And it even tells you left click to assign skill or items. Easy, left click it, and I left click on the skill there, and there you go, it's been assigned. Now the other cool thing, like the weapons, I can switch from between my two weapon setups with the W key. Down the bottom here I've got an alternate skill, which I can press tab to switch. Now if I left click on that and assign shadow armor to that one, if I do a shift and right click, it's going to use the slash attack standing here, which is cool. Now if I press tab, it switched the shadow armor through to the right mouse button. So now if I press that, it's going to bring out the shadow armor, which is a cool little beastie. So that's a good thing to use. It means majority of the time if you're using the melee attack, the slash attack, you can be right clicking and using that, and then because that armor is going to stay there for, I think it's 29 seconds for the first level, it doesn't need to be on that right mouse button the whole time. You can cast it once and then press tab to flick back to your normal, or the one that you use more often. You see it like there, it's just disappeared, so I can press tab to flick it back on, cast it, tab again to switch back to my normal attack. Alrighty, so we're going to try and run through this nice and quick. There's a guy there to chat to. What's he got to say? See, he's got a little speech bubble there.
Hello there.
Hello there. Cool. Nothing of importance. That message that was, if you're quick enough to have paused that to watch it, good luck to you. Basically it just told me I found a socketable gem. I will probably cover that maybe in this video if I find some socketable items. More than likely I'll cover that in the next video, because there are actually some guys back in town as well that I can use to in terms of crafting, combining the gems and either removing the sockets or recovering the gems out of armor pieces or weapons that I've already socketed. We'll see how we go though. If we pick up a few more items along the way, then I might actually get into that in this video, if time permits. We're still carrying on with our quests. There's nothing to turn in yet. No, that's fine. Cool. Something that's a habit of mine with playing action RPGs in general is I tend to explore the entire level. Just because I don't want to miss anything, so I'll actually go to every single corner of the map, breaking every barrel that I find and trying to find every enemy on the level. Yeah, call it OCD. I think it's more that I've paid for the experience of playing this game, so I'm going to experience the whole game. I'm going to try not to do that so much with these videos, just because it's probably not going to be as exciting for you guys to watch. Me running around the entire map, finding every single barrel. I'll do my best. If it's annoying, let me know. Leave me a comment and just remind me, because as I said, it's a habit of mine with action RPGs. It's going to be a little bit tricky for me to, to change that habit, but I'll do my best. Try and keep these videos a little bit more exciting for you guys to watch. Because that's the whole idea here of me putting them up on YouTube in the first place. It's not for my benefit. If the video was just for my benefit, I wouldn't bother putting it up on YouTube. It's for other people to watch and get enjoyment out of. I am just going to backtrack here a little bit, because I'm pretty sure if I carry on, that's where I need to go for the main quest. I just want to make sure I haven't missed a nice little secret stash up here. Oh no, here's the guy. So it's just as well I did that, because this is the guy for my main quest. This is Brink. I needed to have found him to carry on with the main quest line anyway, so it was a good thing I did that. Alrighty, so off we go. If I bring up, I'm not gonna. I know I've leveled up and I've got some stats to assign. I won't do that just yet, just because time constraints, and it's not all that important. Like, it's not as though I'm gonna die just yet. If I level up twice, then I'll probably do it in this video. But we'll probably leave it until I get back to town, so I can cover a few things back in town and do the leveling up back there. I may even do it off camera. See how we go. For now, we just want to get through the content here. Ignore the barrel. And ignore that. I'm going to try and ignore some of the standard items as well. I will run through, at some stage I'm going to run through items and their, what would you call them, their quality. So, as with most other action RPGs, you can get varying levels of quality with the items. So you can get standard items, you can get magical or enchanted items, and you can also get unique and set pieces. So we'll have a look at that next time we get through to the inventory. And I'll probably try and limit the amount of standard items that I pick up once I've equipped enough armor pieces and whatnot. Just because they're not as good as the enchanted items. They don't, you tend to just sell them off for cash. I may still do it. I may still pick them up for just for getting cash, because you do need cash for certain things in this game as well. As with anything, you can buy things at merchants. I may need to buy some potions, or when we look at enchanting weapons and armor, you need cash to do that as well. So yeah, it's a bit of a catch-22 really. If I don't do it, if I don't pick up everything, I'm not going to have enough money to do stuff that I want to do. Or, and in doing that and picking up all the items, it's going to take too long and take away from the actual exciting stuff. Alright, so here's a good spot to actually stop and do a little bit of a stock take. See there, I've tried to pick up some of the gear, and he's telling me your pack is full. My inventory is full. Yeah. Alright, so let's have a look here. It is. And it's a good opportunity here to show you the pets inventory. So, having a look at the gear, we had a quick look at it. You've got your armor pieces that you can assign here. Up the top you've got rings, you've got a left and a right hand that you can wear a ring on, and you've also got an amulet that you can wear. Now your pet can only wear 2 rings and an amulet, so he doesn't need boots or belts or anything like that. But they can get some benefit out of the rings and the amulets. He can also use spells, so he's got 2 spell slots there that I can assign a spell to. I've got 4 that I can use. I haven't found any yet, so we'll cover that in another video. But he also has 3 rows of inventory items that he can carry for me. So if I'm running through a dungeon like this and my inventory is full, I've just killed an enemy that's dropped a whole lot of loot that I want to pick up, like now. Look at all that stuff sitting there. Well, there's not that much, but there's stuff that I want to pick up. So what I can do is bring up my inventory, bring up my pet's inventory, and I can shift click to move stuff into his inventory slots, which will free up the spot for me. While we're doing that, I'm just going to swap out some gear for some better gear. Again, you can see that hovering over the item shows me the damage it does and shows me the damage of the 2 weapons I have equipped, so you can easily see which one you need to replace. I've done that. That one's worse. That's worse. That's better. There's a shortcut to equipping an item is to right click it. So you see here the leather mantle with 3 armor. If I right click that, it's been assigned to my shoulder piece, and the one of armor 2 has been put back into first empty slot in my inventory. Alrighty, so simple hatchet is better than the wobbly hatchet. Let's use that. And the same thing with weapons. However, right clicking is going to assign it to your right hand slot. So if you want it in a specific spot, you will need to pick it up and drop it yourself. So you need to left click. I want to actually keep the crude club because it does more damage than the simple hatchet, so I need to left click the camp hatchet, left click again to drop it on my left hand. So there we go, simple camp. That armor's worse. I've got some unidentified gear here, so let's identify that real quick. And cool. Now I know that had less armor than the current piece, so the buckled helm of the Savant only had 2 armor compared to 3. In all honesty, it's not that much different, one versus, you know, one extra piece of armor. It does have, I know it's 50%, but hey, it's 1 compared to 2. It's not that much of a difference. It does have, however, fire resistance, crit hit chance, extra crit hit chance, mana style on hit, and +1 magic attribute bonus. So I'd rather have that as instead of the extra armor at this stage. If it was a bigger difference in armor, then it might be a little bit of a different story, but for now I'd rather have the extra bonuses. Same with this, it's less armor than the leather tunic, but it has 3% faster cast speed. Not a big deal because I'm not casting any spells at the moment, and they're nice, but I can't wear them yet because it requires dexterity 12. I probably will never use them. Alright, so let's just give all of this to my pet. Something else that's really nice with the pet is you can send him off to town to sell off your gear. Now I don't have any more identify scrolls, so they're useless. So see here the money bags up on the dog's icon. We'll send the pet to town to sell their inventory content. So let's do that. He's making his way out of the dungeon, and you can see in 17 seconds he's going to return to me and give me some cash for the stuff. So that's a good time to wrap up, I think. That message is going to come up shortly. And yes, I need to level up. I will do that off camera. Well, sorry, I'll do that at the start of the next video. So you can see the pet's returned from town. He's given me 275 gold from selling the item. So that saves me having to do a town portal scroll, back to town, go to the merchant, sell my stuff off. I can just give it to the pet, send him off, and I can carry on killing stuff in the dungeon. So, rightio guys, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed this video. Please leave me some comments. If there's anything that you'd like to see in particular, let me know and I'll try and cover it in a later video. I will be doing a few in a row of this, so there might be 2 or 3 videos time before I actually get to your comments. For the time being, I wanted to get a few out, get them up onto YouTube first. So yep, I'm going to wrap it up there. So again, thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed, and stay tuned for more.